Hello, my name is Kirby Dean. I'm the head men's basketball coach at Eastern Mennonite University, and I'm also the camp director of Rowan Royals boys basketball camps that we hold here every summer. This is a short promotional video to show some of the things we do at our camp and expose folks that maybe haven't been able to be here and see what it is that we do. And also it is to remember some of the fun times from last year's camp, as we will use footage that we shot during last year's Rowan Royals boys basketball camps. We offer two camps this summer, Little Royals camp, which is for ages 4 to 8, and that camp will be June 18 through 21. And then we offer our individual camp, which is for boys 8 to 17 years old, and that will be July 1 through 5. Our Little Royals camp, which as I mentioned is June 18 through 21, is customized for obviously younger kids who are kind of breaking in and learning the game. We try to have a lot of transitions, a lot of turnover in that camp. We try to do a lot of different activities to keep the kids as focused as we can. We try to make adjustments for the fact that they are very young. We have lowered rims that we use, and we also use junior basketballs, which obviously are easier for those kids to remain fundamental because the rims are lowered and the basketballs are a bit smaller. We also have a very good counselor to camper ratio at that camp. It was actually 5 to 1 last year. So we try to stress the fundamentals, but we also try to let those kids have some fun because obviously we want them to get some joy out of playing basketball, so it's something that they'll want to continue to do because obviously it's a fantastic activity as you move on into middle school and then high school and then in some cases even college. Our individual camp will take place this summer, July 1 through 5. It will begin on Sunday the 1st. It'll go from 3 to 9 that afternoon, evening, and then the remainder of the camp will be Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. each day, and that is for ages 8 to 17. Now that camp has grown a lot the last 5 or 6 years. We've actually gone from 64 campers to last year we had 194. So we actually have had to close that camp the last 2 years prior to registration day, so we haven't been able to accept walk-ups. I think probably the greatest thing about that camp is because our facilities here at Eastern Mennonite are so fantastic. We actually have access to 6 full courts, and we have access to 24 baskets all the time. So 24 baskets allows you to really spread the kids out, and they can get a lot of repetitions, and they can really do a lot of skill work. We also have access to our weight room and our fitness room as well, which we will make use of in some of our station work. A couple key points about our camps I think that are important for folks to know. First and foremost, safety is very important, and we do everything we can to try to provide as safe an environment as we possibly can. The first thing we have is we have a full-time trainer who's available at Little Royals and individual camp the entire duration of the camp. We also try to hire some experienced counselors. We have some of our athletes who work for us, but we also try to hire as many older professional coaches as we possibly can. Last year we had 15 of those types of counselors at our camp, which put us in a very good spot to have some good experience around. We also have a really good ratio as far as counselors to campers. For our big camp last year, our individual camp, the ratio was actually 7 to 1. Basketball-wise, we want these kids, we want to teach them the fundamentals of the game as much as we possibly can. We want to stress that. We don't want it to just be a week of babysitting. We want these kids to actually learn the game of basketball, but we also want them to have fun. So we try to incorporate both. We try to work them hard, develop their intensity and their work ethic, but we also try to incorporate quite a few things that allow them to laugh and smile and have great memories of basketball camp. Probably the most important part of our camp, and it's not necessarily the most favorite of the campers, but for me the most important part is the stations, and that's because that's where they develop the fundamentals of the game. And we have 10 stations, and I just want to cover them briefly. We have a 4-on-4 passing cut station, which teaches kids the basic motion offense and moving without the ball. We have a full court transition station, which teaches all kind of full court transition drills. 5-man weaves, 3-man weaves. We'll go 5-man weave, 3-on-2. We'll go 3-on-2, 2-on-1. We'll do fast break drill. We have a bunch of things that we incorporate into that to get the kids used to playing fast. We have a reading screen station where we really break down reading a screen, and the curl, the fade, the back door, the straight cut, the slip. We try to teach all those things as much as we possibly can. We have a post-play station where we teach back to the basket moves. We teach the pivot and the drop step and a number of other aspects of post-play. We have a shooting station, which we really try to simplify that as much as we can. The first day or two, they don't even shoot at the basket. They shoot to their teammates. They're shooting back and forth because we want them not to focus on whether the ball's going in, but focus on the fundamentals of the shot itself. Because we believe if they do that well, the going in part will eventually take care of itself. We have a guard move station, which is more of an open floor type setting. It's handling the ball on the open floor and then making a move to either get to the basket and score or get to the basket and distribute to a teammate. We have a defensive station, which is all about intensity and effort. We also teach shell to some of the older kids, and we try to teach the fundamentals of the stance and the step slide and help them recover defense. We also have a ball handling station, which works on their ability to handle the ball and not only handle it in a stationary position, but handle it while they're on the move. We have two other stations that are somewhat a little different from a lot of camps, I believe. We have a plyometric station where we teach the kids the very basic fundamentals of plyometrics and how box jumps and drills such as this can improve your vertical and improve your quickness and therefore improve your game of basketball. And we also have a strength training station that our strength coach here at EMU runs, and they just teach the very bare principles of weight training. We're very careful with that. We're not lifting a lot of weight. We're basically just showing them the proper technique and the safe way to lift weights in such a way that it can help you improve as a basketball player. Another part of our camp is individual contests. We have a one-on-one contest. We have a foul shooting contest. We have a three-point shooting contest. We have a knockout contest, a layup contest, a hot shot contest, and a buzzer beater contest. As you can see, we try to squeeze a whole lot of activity into a week of day camp. They will participate in those activities all week, and we'll score it each day, and at the end of the week on the last day we'll take the top 8 or 10 in each particular contest and have a championship round and declare a champion. We also play 3-on-3 and or 4-on-4 half court, and the reasoning behind this is there are some kids in the 5-on-5 who don't get a lot of touches, that don't handle the ball a lot. And it's unfortunate, but that's just the nature of basketball. But when we play 3-on-3 or 4-on-4, we actually have a rule that every player must touch the ball before a shot can be taken. And this guarantees that some of those kids that aren't getting as many touches, that aren't handling the ball as much, are going to definitely get to handle the ball in those contests and those activities. And that hopefully builds their confidence and helps them develop into a better basketball player. That is a very brief and quick rundown of some of the activities at camp. We have a number of other activities. As I mentioned, we try to get as much done as we can in a short amount of time. There's not a lot of downtime at our camp. There's not a lot of sitting around. We want to be as active as we can possibly be. At the end of the day, if you come in and observe our camp, I hope you'll see counselors who are working really hard and investing in the kids and trying really hard to teach them the basics of basketball. I hope you'll see kids who are working hard, playing hard, and having a whole lot of fun while they're doing it. And I hope you'll see a lot of interaction by all the people involved in camp. I hope that there's a lot of laughing, a lot of smiling, a lot of high-fiving, and hopefully a lot of kids not only improving their game, but developing a love for the game. That hopefully that'll lead them to being really good middle school players, really good high school players, and maybe someday even really good college players, maybe even at Eastern Mennonite. So hopefully a lot of folks will come join us this summer. If you have any questions, use the contact information provided in this video. I'll be glad to talk to you and try to help you understand more about our camp. We're planning on having a great camp. We're planning on having a lot of fun, and hopefully a lot of you will come join us. Thank you.